What's up guys, it's TyranitarTube and there's a new trailer out, so let's break it down. So hilarious, at the start of this they had to write that the voiceover is not a part of the game. Like someone's gonna play the game and realize, hey, where's the old man's voice? So the trailer starts off showing a couple sick sceneries. And there's our chocolate boy. The first new thing shown in this trailer is regional Wooper, Paldean Wooper, which brings us to the region. It is called the Paldea region. You wonder, is it Paldea? But in Japanese, it's also Parudea. Okay, well, no E's. No one say Paldea. Like it's Palkia's younger brother. Here's Paldean Wooper. Chocolate Wooper. So Wooper, based off the riddles, is gonna evolve into this kind of land king. He's in the soil, he's in the mud, while Quagsire is in the swamp. They're the counterparts. But they one-upped it, because this man is poison ground. And he even has the ability potential for water absorb. I feel like this man's gonna get chunky. See, Wooper don't got arms. It can learn Ice Punch. It gets the arms in Quagsire, right? What if Quagmire? He just gets giant feet. Or a giant balloon tail. He hops around. If they wanted to build off this man having no hands. Anyhow, look how happy our boy looks in the screenshots. He just drinks water every day, comes out, plays with his family. He's even signed to a new village. He's left his old clan of the Wi-Fi symbols. This is crazy. For Wooper, they say that in ancient times, which this ain't 100 years ago, ancient times is old. In ancient times, Wooper lived underwater in the Paldea region. But after losing a territory struggle, they had to pick up their bags and live in the swamp. But joke's on the world because they evolved to be one with the swamp. Apparently poison emits through their gills. Their bodies are hardened, their bodies are heavier, and they're slower. This is the coolest thing. It says though, you may see poisoned Pokemon in areas where these Wooper live. Now this could just be lore, but imagine that you go to a new place and you encounter a Pokemon that's poisoned. And it's because Woopers live in this area. It's like one step above those horde battles where like a Durant would be mixed in with Heatmore. This would show Pokemon actually affecting their surroundings. And then you could carry this onto different things. Pokemon burnt in another area. Maybe you go to this cool post-game ice cave and all these Pokemon are frozen except the ice types. That could be really cool if they implemented that.
Attention please.
Then the trailer brings us to this man. They told Grandpa to stay home and he's escaped out of the house, climbed onto a table, and is speaking to the kids. The official Pokemon site has listed him like there's two of them. So Clavel is the director of the academy. You would assume that he's not just smart, but he's battle smart. Hope it's a Pokemon game. How could you not make people trainers? Since you're a new student, he teaches you things about the school. He's strict, but he can be kind. So he wears Scarlet colors in one game and Violet colors in another game. Another part of the presents also kind of describes something for the two schools. We have the Naranja Academy and the Uva Academy. Naranja is grapes, Uva is oranges. This is the oldest school in the Paldea region. They got the typings all over the floor. It's like whoever built the school surely knows about the crystal stuff. How old is oldest? Is it 100 years old or is it 1,000? So they say that in the center of the Paldea region is the largest city, Messagoza. There's a storm at the center of the map. If that's water, it's like a hurricane or whirlpool. But that's not the center. This is the center they're talking about. How could you live right outside a disaster? Apparently people come from all sorts to this school and to this city to learn about Pokemon. Both children and adults take classes here, and there are a few classes you take with Pokemon too. Anyhow, let's back up. If he is the director of this place, he knows some things. Maybe he's shady, maybe he's evil, but he knows some things. But anyhow, he says the treasure hunt. And this takes us back to this world map. This game has a full explorative feel to it. You really have to travel and go in and out of that Legends Arceus vibe before reaching the other places. You could ignore their path and find a secret in the water. You could ignore their path entirely and just go the other way and fight the 6th gym leader. So we don't know what it means when he calls it a hunt, but I think that brings a cool vibe.
Today we begin the treasure hunt.
And then Karadan makes a noise. He's like a pet house cat. This man is not a lizard. What if many people in the school just had one? What if he's your graduation gift? You meet your old friend from high school, he's just riding on his Miraidon. Travel across Paldea and get to know the region. He sounds like someone who's already done it. So we have Nemona as our rival in this game. In this school, you also have two more rivals. Obviously we gotta know, but that's what it seems like. We have Penny, she's the same age as you. She's shy, doesn't come to class often. I guess she has a secret? Here she is hanging out. Some people don't like the art style, but the graphics look nice. And then you have your other rival introduced now, Arvin. He's an upperclassman, he's older than you, but apparently he sucks at fighting and he loves to cook. So we have a nice trio here. And it's kind of weird that they gave all three rivals something they are flawed in. Nemona's bad at catching, or she's bad at throwing balls. Penny's bad at attendance, and Arvin is just bad at battling. But it's nice though that you three would be battling yourselves throughout the story, and maybe you all, despite having flaws, just become strong trainers. Or they fix that flaw. Nemona is able to catch Pokemon better, he's strong, and she comes to class. Here's a picture of Arvin. Depending on his character, he could be that favorite rival that you love when he pops up. And yes, another thing is Cool tweeted, characters have highlights in this game. Everyone does. Nemona got the green, she got whichever side is her real hair, and you got the darker. Some people in the chat were saying that it could be a hint about what they like to specialize in when they use the gimmick, even if they don't know it yet. Maybe something to watch out for. In fact, she don't want you to know which hair is real. That's why she even tried to trick you here, so you can't even see what she's trying to focus on. Meanwhile, this man is just like a life jacket. So along with our three rivals here, we then smack him out. We have Jack. This man is your homeroom teacher. He built like your homeroom teacher. He's kind of an airhead, but he's apparently super smart. He teaches biology, and he developed a Pokedex app for the Rotom phone, which is in this game again. Who brought the Rotom phone back? And why is he not a Pokemon? Bro, just make the Rotom form a Pokemon. So the Rotom form from Galar is in this region too. Now that it's shown up for a second region, maybe this will be the new norm, where Rotoms are just your Pokedex / map, all of that. Because Rotom is your phone, and because as you can see in our little selfie here that Rotom can float around, wouldn't it be great if this game just had a mini-map in the corner? Look! A mini-map! A mini-map showing your surroundings. Bro, this game about to be good. Like, I ain't ever even gonna look at the mini-map, but it feels nice and complete. And you can slide through different things. You got the map. You can slide to the Pokedex, which is complete with a barcode. Look at this. They made it shelves? Bro, I can unlock Fido the book. And I saw another screenshot I'll have to find, where you can see them from their spine. So you could just have one Sprigatito all the way to Miraidon. How cool would it be if they registered Pokemon like in Legends Arceus, that you have to catch enough of them? I mean, you could register them with just one, but to unlock their Pokedex properly, you'd have to catch me like 2 or 3 of them. Anyhow, the other thing the trailer showed is our man's taking flight. As speculated, and against what Kaka said, Koraidon and Miraidon take on slightly different forms if you want to fly in the sky. Koraidon's something turns into wings. Miraidon's antennas turn into gliding. Hey, can we just talk about when we ride these Pokemon? They look like puppies. Koraidon swims. He's getting a workout in. And then Miraidon just takes so much gas to move nowhere. Listen to the sounds. This man can fly. So instead of flying over the water at like 6 times the speed, and then there's of course them climbing the cliffs. So these are the 4 forms. The only one missing is sniffing the ground. I want to listen to this. Koraidon has wheels. He does not use those wheels when you're riding him. Why does he have those wheels? Where did he get them from? And why he doesn't use the wheels? He has wheels for no reason. I can't put my head around this. He don't have the wheels, but in the future, Miraidon makes use of the wheels, and he uses them. I joked that this guy de-evolved from Miraidon. It's like they constructed Miraidon in the future, and this man turned into a natural Pokemon. So he just got like the remnants, which is a joke. That's not the case. But this man will not use his wheels. And then they show us the school area, of course, the freaking library, and we have maybe us doing classwork. Ayo, they'll find a way to make it fun. And then they show us the Sunflora. The Sunflora does nothing. It don't even move. I don't know if I'm sure that's a Sunflora as a houseplant chilling in a pot. He looks like he's made of clay, I understand. But what alternatives do we have? The regional potted Sunflora variant Is that a regional fake of Sunflora? Some kind of insect Pokemon that stands in your pot like a flower? And then you go to wake it up and it shrivels into a bug and flies away? Nah. You even got the cool street alleys. And this seems like some kind of Meowth shopping mall. You got your juice, you come in here to spend time. And then there's this one pan up to show the school in this game. It looks like an evil building. Damn, if the headmaster is the villain, it would be so sick to come back to the school knowing it's the bad place at the end of the game. Going through all the battles, getting to the headmaster. He don't seem evil though. We gotta allow some wise men to exist. Alright, here we get introduced to a couple Pokemon that'll be in the region. We got a sleeping Slacking. So good. We never see that. We got Cacturn and his family. We even got Dragonairs in the water.
Delightfully squishy Pokemon that are smooth to the touch.
Why are they on display? These are some pastry dogs. It is called Fido. So it's this Pokemon with like elastic skin that puffs its body up to look scary at opponents, like some puffed up bread. And it's actually this kind of doughy Pokemon. Apparently its breath has useful yeast. Why would they write this on the site? And so this Pokemon is so precious for cooking that they've been protecting it for years. And now look how smug they've become. Just sleeping on our front counter, bro. I'll slice... I could take a bite out of you. You could probably eat this thing. So they show us this one place. I don't know what city it is, but inside the food court of a Costco, we have burgers on sale with Lechonk meat. This man is just taking a sip of water after devouring Pokemon. This man's been waiting for his Tauros burger for 3 days. This whole place is a mess. And then they show us a bunch of classes in this game. I don't know if the first two are important trainers. One kind of looks like he could be a teacher. But in this art style, all the classes are a little different. The beauty, the punk, I assume. This man's speech has gone on for so long.
Where will you go?
Probably in the one order that makes sense. See, apparently in this game, you can fight the gym leaders in whatever region you want, but there is still an order to them, apparently. Apparently, the 8th gym leader would have a level 8 gym leader worthy Pokemon, level 50s or whatever. And so, yeah, you could go out of your way to fight them, but logically you would go in the right order. It's weird. I mean, it'd be fun to go out of your way to fight a hard battle, but then the rest are easy after that. Like in Kanto, it'd be cool if instead of fighting Brock, you leave the town and you go and fight Lieutenant Surge. You beat his level 20 Pokemon, you're proud of yourself. Why fight Brock and Misty after that? They're kind of boring. Couple places showing. We got us walking up in the snowy place to this building, and then we have our player walking up to this big tower. It looks like later on in the trailer she's looking down from the tower. People try to freeze different parts of this trailer. Even in this frame here, there's something over there. Maybe it's a truck or a Bastiodon. There ain't no way there's a truck out there, right? There's a rumor there's like an engine Pokemon too. What if I just saw trucks driving in the wild like they're Pokemon? And here is our boy, the Ice Gym Leader. I guess it's nice to have the casual vibe again after Galar, everything being huge. Okay, this guy is Grusha. He's a professional snowboarder. So maybe we can race some snowboard Koraidon for him. Maybe we can race him. He'll give us a snowboard. He is now the gym leader of the Glaciado gym full time. This is a job. He's kind of stoic, but he starts talking crap if you start beating him, apparently. And he has a new Pokemon. This thing. Listen, I'll pray for you. I hope more than 3 people catch you. Bro, So it is a pure ice type. It is the Terra Whale Pokemon, and it gets either Thick Fat or Slush Rush. So Thick Fat would get its fire weakness covered. See, at some points he looks cool. Like here, he's like bulking up, but then at other points he just looks so goofy. I'm kidding, by the way, okay? I know people will catch him. It gathers ice energy in its main horn and apparently decreases the temperature rapidly. Yeah, you go, bro. So we can already guess his stats. I mean, look, he weighs 1,000 pounds. He's gonna be extremely slow and just be a full tank. He's probably gonna have like bad special defense though. It just happens. See, later in the trailer, they show this car. I saw no one in the driver's seat. That's a Pokemon. Is that a freaking That's a Pokemon. Oh God, no. Look, it's lit up. And if you came out to the wild at night, heard like ice cream truck music, and this lit up truck just driving around, it's almost scarier than a ghost. Okay, well, I don't know if it's a Pokemon. Like, look at this screenshot right here and tell me Koraidon don't look like a dog. Like, he's like your loyal boy. She like, you riding that thing? Another idea is that maybe we got the evil team in this game. They pull up in cars, and this is their thing. You go be about to fight the next gym, honk honk. Oh, these guys are here. We got to deal with them.
Or even ride together to race across the map.
There's some people in Pokemon so into the lore, and then here Pokemon is just breaking like the fourth wall and showing a bunch of legendaries. Obviously it's possible maybe they're not as legendary as we thought. Maybe there's a couple Koraidon and Miraidon in the region. So then they show a bunch of Pokemon that are in the game, Noivern, and they show an Ice Cube being traded for a Stoneburner. They are version exclusives as well. You pick like the two most random Pokemon. So there's your version exclusives, Larvitar and Stoneburner, and Bagon and Ice Cube. You better watch out, don't buy the wrong version.
Find something to treasure.
I freaking forgot this was in the trailer. And then they showed the crystal gimmick. What's it called? This gimmick is the flashiest thing in the world. This gimmick is so flashy, I got a little high finishing the trailer. So the gimmick in this game, the presents at least explained it. Unlike what we were getting from Kaka, the gimmick of this game is something that actually changes your type. Our first understanding was like the ability Steelworker, where you would just get the benefits of a type only offensively, so you would get stabbed on a typing you're not. But it seems in this game, there's two paths. It either adds a typing to you, or you become a pure new type, essentially just Protean. Why does this headline look like you're talking about Gen 10 or something? So terrestrial phenomenon is the gimmick of this game, like the Mega Evolution phenomenon. This is what Gen 9 is about. Word for word, the gimmick in this game is only found in Paldea and makes Pokemon shine and glimmer like gems. And when a Pokemon terastallizes, a Terra Jewel appears on your head, indicating the power you wield. So if you are turning into a normal type, you get this diamond ring on your head, and your body crystallizes, like such Eevee. And that must be related to some lore in this region. So there would be a design like this for all 18 typings. There are the flowers that come out if you're using grass power, the candles that come out for fire power, and then the Jester Sprinkler that isn't even a real sprinkler. It's like a fake gem water drop. Look at these flames, fake fire. There's some kind of weird Pokemon related to gems that when we tap into their power, it gives them funny designs like this. So every Pokemon can use it. It's a regret they probably had after creating Mega Evolution. And this is how it apparently works. It seems like every Pokemon you catch has a special Terra typing that won't change. So maybe if you wanted to use water moves as an Arcanine, you would hunt enough Growlithe until you found one that had Water Terra as their Terra typing. And of course, as written on their site, this opens up countless combinations. And to go with this, they're distributing a Pikachu who has the special move Fly, and it's a flying Terra type. Flying Pikachu joke. And of course, the gems that appear on your head when you turn flying are a bunch of balloons. So this is how it looks like on the UI. You push the button, you do the gimmick, and now you have changed your typing. That's how they write it on the site, but what does it mean? Does the Pikachu become electric flying now? Or does it become pure flying, like Protean? All we know is that whatever typing you're terastallizing in gains additional damage. So Pikachu gaining extra damage if you use this Fly, but apparently you gain extra damage if you terastallize in a typing you already are, so it stacks twice. So if it was the Protean approach, then it's like the Pokemon still remembers what its original typing is and still gets stabbed on it without being the type. I don't know which the case is, but I just find it weird that, you know, if you had an Arcanine that could water terastallize, its fire moves lose stab. Why would I transform? Anyhow, the gimmick lasts infinitely until you switch out. So it's like a mix of Mega and Dynamax. And it's done via the Terra Orb, this item right here. Apparently it holds terrestrial energy, whatever that means. And when you use the gimmick, the energy goes from the orb into the Pokemon. And that's everything. They also state that every Pokemon has a Terra typing, technically. So maybe that could mean that even the Larvitars I catch in a different game, they have the typing, but you just don't see it in that game because it's this region that's learned to pick up on this weird affinity you have for a different typing. So, you know, maybe if you trade in a Larvitar from another game, it still can use the gimmick. Who knows? That's enough about that. What are we saying? about this car. Yo, bro, this is a freak show. You see those lights up there? Imagine this was a Reggie car. Imagine you fought this thing and it just said Reggie Bus. And it like blacked you out. It even has like a scary connotation to it. Like it only appears at nighttime if you're out. If it finds you in the overworld, it just starts hunting. What do we think? Is this a Pokemon that's been vandalized to put the symbols of the region on it? Is it a remote controlled car? Another thing is raid battles are back in this game. But instead of fighting a giant Pokemon, you're fighting a rare crystal, what is it called? A terrestrialized Pokemon. So here is us fighting a Dragonite. And this is sick news right here, because there's no wait time for your other trainers. So there's probably some kind of time-based load-up bar. You just keep spamming your ice beams, spamming your calm minds, and you don't gotta wait for other people's turns, just in this raid mode. And that's pretty much everything. The region looks good. So obviously I was streaming so I could hear your guys' opinions. A lot of people, what is this? A lot of people were a bit down from what they saw. Because we saw Kaka's overwhelming info, both the leaks and Pokemon are to blame for some people feeling underwhelmed about this trailer. The leaks, of course, because now we know so much that we're just waiting to see it. And Pokemon too, because they should have put a trailer for July. Okay, well that's everything. Go on and shank that like button. How you think the gimmick works? Do you turn to a pure type or does the type get added? Because both of them don't make sense, but one makes more sense. Shank that like button. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.